Hey Commanders and Commanderettes, Chesty Puller here, and I'm going to show you how to do the new 70s with the preservers inside with no loss at all. When I say no loss, I'm going to lose a few elite riflemen, and I might take a few seconds worth of damage on my Sheila platoon, and I might take a few seconds of damage on a Banshee here or there, but it's all instant repair, so I don't consider this loss at all. And so what you need to do is see that notch right there where I just brought Benjamin. You need to bring your Banshees in right around there, and then bring your Special Forces in. The Special Force that you want to use here, you have a choice. I use Benjamin. He is not the fastest. He only has a 1.3 speed, and that's important. You don't want anything slower than a 1.3 speed because the preservers have a speed of 1.3. Sheila has a speed of 1.5, so she's better to use, but I have other uses for Sheila, so I don't use her for this. I like to have her in a full platoon, and this whatever this is that you use here to draw them out has to be by himself. If you do it with an entire a crew behind him, as the crew is turning around, the preservers will just eat them alive. So and I don't like the way they turn around, but it's so slow. But just stay behind the wingman and you're okay here. Pick these guys off, and we're going to come back and get that ion turret right there in just a second with the Banshees. And I've been able to get in and out of there hundreds of times without taking any damage on my Banshees. So I have all wingman X. If you do seem to have a problem there, then you might need to use the Scorchers. The unfortunate problem is that'll take more time. We barely have time to get this thing done. As you'll see here, it takes me about 9 minutes, and I think you only have 15 minutes to do it. So if you had to bring another set of elite riflemen in and another set of Scorchers, that would be hard. Okay, on this side, what you need to do is keep your Banshees back behind those two bushes on the left there. And again, a single Special Force with 500 range to draw out this left side. If you do get lucky and both of the preservers come out, you're golden. That's awesome. If you do that, then you don't even really need to use Scorchers, because you can use Sheila with Shock and take care of that Warhorse after the second set of preservers is taken out. But because that second preserver did not come out, I'm going to have to use Scorchers. So before I do that, I'm going to come over here and take out this ion cannon and ion turret and get out of there. Notice I didn't take any damage to speak of. I'm going to send Benjamin home. We don't need him anymore. And so it took a few seconds with the damage on the aircraft. Not a big deal. Sets of elite riflemen. So 5 sets of elite riflemen. Spread them out. The key to getting this done, you'll see I only have 2 or 3 elite riflemen left, and sometimes this goes better than other times. On my last video, you saw that I had only 1 elite rifleman left, and I did take a hit on my Scorchers. Sometimes, you know, that's gonna happen. So be prepared to hit the end attack button, and sometimes that takes a long time, so I always try to turn my Scorchers around. They are not fast. They are relatively slow in turning around. They're pretty fast going forward, but turning around, they are pretty slow. So properly hooked up here, and I didn't think 3 was enough, so I'm bringing 5 to take a few less elite riflemen here. Normally I'll have 5 full platoons of elite riflemen and 4 Scorchers, but I'm healing one of my Scorchers, so I don't have the option to have 4. 5 works with a few less elite riflemen. I prefer to have more elite riflemen and 4 Scorchers. That's the ideal way to do it here. So this is not ideal, but this will work. it just depends. I just took a hit on one of my scorchers on the last video, so I thought I would do it again to show you that it can be done without any loss. Now, I'm going to bring those forward, the scorchers forward, and I do use my hotkeys. You'll notice I have my elite rifleman on 1 and my scorchers on 2. It's a lot easier when you need to get out of there just to hit a hotkey instead of trying to select those when they're in the midst of a bunch of elite riflemen. So now I'm going to put it on fist and get out of there. Okay, see, that last elite rifleman died and I was just out of range. Nobody came out after me. So that time it worked out well. And now all you need now is a Special Forces platoon, and you do need the charged ordnance. The charged ordnance is about the best tech I've ever seen in the gear store. It's awesome. I like to come in here and take this tower out and just get it out of the way, because that sniper in there has long range, and if he just sits there and continues to shoot me, I could take a couple minutes damage, and I prefer not to. So you take about 2 or 3 seconds damage by just coming in there and taking that tower out, and it's nothing that can't be instantly repaired. Now, I'm going to come in at about this angle right here, and you'll notice I put Sheila out in front. She is a little bit slower because she has charged ordnance and a bunch of other stuff on her. So that's an annoying part. I always have to deselect the other guys, specifically pull her out first, and then reselect the other 2 squads to come out. And what I'm doing here is I hit that anti-air turret, but then I hit stop, hit S, one of the hotkeys, so that they're not going to continue to shoot that thing when an aircraft is coming. That they will shoot the biggest priority. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to shoot that defense silo, but I'm going to reselect Sheila and direct her to shoot the warhorse. The other guys are shooting that defense silo, but Sheila has to be directed to shoot that warhorse. If she's still shooting the silo when the warhorse comes over, you're going to take some damage. And like I said, you don't have to use Sheila. You can use any special forces as long as it has charged ordnance on and it has a 500 range. You really need that 500 range. So I'm going to again move forward here, hit that storm turret, and then hit stop so that they don't continue to focus on the storm turret. They'll still hit the storm turret when there's not an aircraft there, but you just want to get in their range. And that's pretty much it for this 70. We'll take out that defense silo because it's a little bit closer, and then we'll come in here, leave them taking out the tower there, and there's nothing left in the drone silo, so I don't care. Just put my air in here. And, so that's it. That's how you do it. And we'll go back to the base real quick, and we'll see if what the damage is and so forth. But the damage is not bad. I'm leaving that power station there because I'm going to give this 70 away. Almost instant on that second aircraft, 5 minutes and a few seconds. This damage on that other Scorcher was already existing, so the Scorcher's got away without a scratch. Alright guys, have a great day.